Lazies and vegetables, boys and girls. Tonight, I got to talk about something real important. I like to keep this lighthearted and talk about experiences, and it's kind of a feel-good platform, but this is one of those ones that we just need to talk about because, I'm not going to get too deep into politics, left, right. I think you know how I am. You can tell by my the attributes I've mentioned in my previous videos. But no matter which way you lean, you need to prepare. And I'm like, I couldn't be more serious. And I want you to know that with love in every intent, we're headed for some really rough times. And we're being lied to constantly by the media. And if you don't know that, then maybe this isn't a good platform for you. Or if you want to know more, then maybe this is a good platform for you. What I'm going to do regularly on this platform is suggest other platforms for you to get more information from. But I'm just going to say it just exactly from my heart as I believe it to be. The mainstream media and even our parts of our government are lying to the American public in the most heinous and horrendous way. Everything is very, very bad as far as the economy goes, as far as the debt goes, as far as the Fed being totally unable to control anything going on. Interest rates are going to go through a wild ride. Inflation is going to go through a wild ride. And you're saying, well, that just happened. No, it didn't. That was just the precursor. There is a lot about to happen that's going to be very, very tough in this world. Sorry, that's my printer. My wife must be printing on the printer. But there's a lot going on that we are being told that isn't true. And then there's some things that we need to be told that is true. If you are not preparing for massive changes, we may not have the food supply we have now, the medical supply we have now. That might be a good thing in some ways. But the American medical system for surgeries and emergency health, there's none better in the world. But as far as allopathic medicine, prescribing your way into death, putting the Band-Aid over the engine light on your car and telling you you're going to be okay, that's what a lot of the pills are, prescriptions. But to stay on subject, what's happening with the economy because of our debt load and what's happening in the housing market that you don't even know about right now, or maybe you do. Do you know the foreclosure rates is as high as 2008, but you're not being told that? Do you know that the auto loans are defaulting at a remarkably high rate right now, but you're not told that? Banks are having massive defaults on commercial real estate loans, but you're not being told that. And all of this is being swept under the rug as if everything's going to be okay. And I think that it was done personally to get one president elected candidate over another. And I think it backfired. I think the one that got elected was not the one they were planning on. And I think that what's going to happen in the first part of 2025 is you're going to see the rug pulled out from Donald Trump, or an attempt to do that, and see attempts to change the culture in the government. I think that there's going to be a lot going on for those people who are still there to try to economically destroy Donald Trump's administration because truly the Democrats want to stay in power. And anybody who doesn't know that, that's not a secret. Even Democrats know that. So Battle Royale is coming to a theater near you, and you'll be having a front row seat. So I am suggesting through all of this that you find a way to make a secondary alternative income if you have a job. Find a way to make more money at your job. Get a different job. You might want to start, you really should be storing non-perishable food and supplies you should be getting ready for something that you've never seen before. Sounds scary, but I don't think there's that many people who don't know this. And I think if you really think about what's going on, how is $1 trillion in interest payments a year sustainable? $1 trillion in interest payments. That's what the federal government owes right now per year. How is it possible to sustain when the BRICS currencies, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and about, oh my gosh, it must be 80 other countries now are all switching to the BRICS currency for their international trade? The petrodollar is done. The only reason we've had the petrodollar is because we had a very strong military and we enforced that. And I'm not so sure I would say I was in favor of that. But we're headed for a very big landslide, a default, a change in the American culture. And so rather than leave you hanging, on my very next video tomorrow, I'm going to give you information on one of the people that can help you find a way to make a secondary income. I'll do that tomorrow, and I will do that on successive videos with other people who I've done it, they've done it. I've had businesses, side businesses. I highly advise it. And at the same time, you want to keep balance. You know, you want to keep your family relationships going. You want to keep your job. If you have a job right now, you probably want to keep your job going. Pay attention to what you need to do there. You may have to work a little harder, a little smarter if you have a side hustle. You may have to spend a couple hours a night that you used to watch the reruns of Gilligan's Island, which I'm sorry you're missing, to go ahead and build something that you need for your family. So that's actually good news. It's not bad news. It's good news that we get out and do things. It's good news that we become highly functional, contributing individuals to society. It's actually a good thing. It's a little stressful, but it'd be a lot more stressful to be out in the cold and homeless and trying to pay your bills when you can't, and looking at foreclosures and faulting auto loans. You're going to read more about it. You're going to wonder, hey, John Myers was right. Here he is in November, and he said all this stuff was going to happen. Well, it is. You know, we're in World War III right now. Do you know? You may not know that. We're in World War III right now. Jamie Dimon, the CEO of Chase, just said that a couple weeks ago. Said we're actually in World War III. We are. Do you know that? There's a battle being fought. It's not like you're used to, but there's enough arms being delivered, shipped, and used in enough war fronts right now, on undeclared wars that all sum up to a world war. That's another reason we have to take care of ourselves and get prepared. So one of the things I will be talking on is some of the best preparatory information, where to find prep-minded people. So it's going to be very exciting, because this is where the videos get a little different. I'll still report on all the good things I can. Good night.